Welcome YouTube, your survivalist here. What I've got for you today is what I'm calling the Bug Out Bag Mark II. Basically an improved version of the Bug Out Bag you may have seen on my channel. What I'll do first is take you through the exterior and what would be on my person in a bug out situation. So first, on my person, I would most likely have my EDC, which is a Swiss Champ Swiss Army knife with a Mini Mags solitaire LED and a small pen. I'd also have my Turbo Flame lighter, which is in fact waterproof, and I know that from experience. And I'd also have my wallet, probably with a bit of money and various IDs. Exterior of the bag itself then. The bag, I've gone for an Osprey Nebula. Really good bag, absolutely love it, I use it for a lot of stuff. Front pouch, we've got a poncho for shelter and waterproofing. Hanging on here, we have some ESS Avanza goggles with clear and tinted lenses. We have a metal 1 litre water bottle, and we have a standard 500ml water bottle. On the front, it's pretty bare, except for this diver's knife. Reason for the diver's knife is basically you need that to be quick access in case you get tangled up in some line or something like that. As you saw on there, it's got a strap cutting hook, it's got a serrated blade, and it's got a straight blade. Very useful bit of kit. That's about it for the very exterior. Let's take you inside. So I'll first take you to the top admin pouch, which you'll see here. Basically just a really small pouch, useful for quick access items. It's a pretty small pouch, so you can't fit very much in. So I've gone mainly for firelighting here. So we've got some BCB storm matches. We've got a nice wad of Vaseline and cotton wool. We've got a standard Bic lighter in there. We've also got a mini ferro rod in there. In addition, I've got my Sawyer mini filter, which does in fact work with the standard water bottle you saw on the exterior of the bag. There's also a nice bunch of paracord. There's quite a lot of it, probably about 20 meters there. Really useful stuff. Let's move on to the next pouch. Okay, so very front pouch, which you can see here. It's quite a big pouch, a lot of panels for organisation. What was packed into there is a comprehensive first aid kit. There's a lot of stuff in there, so I'm not going to go into it right now. We've got a Pebble Explorer portable charger with the appropriate cable for my phone, which I'm using now. We've got a iPod, and we've got headphones. Reason for that is they can be used as a radio, well, as a radio basically, on standard frequencies, so you can keep up with the news in your area. Got some spare AAA batteries, which is the correct kind of battery for the lighting I've got in this bag, which you'll see later. Got my Leatherman sidekick, and we have some food. High energy stuff, clearly. Energy bar, energy gels, and a Cliff Bar. Important to note with this stuff, make sure you do try it before you put it in a bag like this, because it doesn't agree with everyone, but I know I'm okay with it. Still in the bag, we've got this Night Eyes keychain, which is good for organisation. I don't have anything on it right now, clearly. Got a foil blanket, got a US Army trauma blanket, obviously quick access. We've got a LED Lenser, which one's this? P3, which is an excellent torch. I use it a lot, and that does take AAAs. We also have 2 glow sticks for signalling, and we have a Sharpie permanent marker. In this zip pouch, we have about 40 quid in cash. Obviously very useful should you be in a bug out situation and you do find a shop or something. That's it for that pouch. Okay, so onto the kit we had in the main cavity of the bag down here. As you can see, you can fit a lot of stuff in there. It's a very good bag. Alright, so here we had a hygiene pack, all packed away into this Ziploc bag. We've got a couple of candles just for comfort. We've got some extra strength insect repellent. Got a folding toothbrush and toothpaste. We have some dental floss. Obviously has a lot of uses other than flossing your teeth. Got a small bar of soap, and we've got some Vaseline. Lots of uses for all that stuff. In addition to that, we have a microfiber towel. Probably be used as a flannel in the real deal. Also in there, we would have a small pack of wet wipes and a small pack of tissues, but I've had to remove them on this occasion because they got damp. So I clearly need to reevaluate how I pack them. Also in there, we have a spare torch, wind up, fully waterproof. We have a small pair of binoculars. For sleeping, we've got a Gore-Tex bivy bag. Obviously no room for a sleeping bag in this, but it is perfectly possible to sleep in just this. It's pretty unpleasant, but you can do it. We also have a Mora knife. Always important to have a decent fixed blade. Okay, let's go on to these. We've got a Petzl harness with abseiling gear. Now, you need to evaluate what your purposes for this bag are, but considering the floods that recently hit the UK, leaving a lot of people stranded, I thought this was a quite good idea, but it might not be in your situation. Reason for this is, if you're strapped on a roof or something like that, if you're wearing this, a mountain rescue team or a rescue helicopter will be able to clip directly into this and winch you that way. Not fully necessary, but yeah, it can be a good call. And also, it's the same material as seat belts, so this thing really doesn't weigh much. I just thought I might as well throw it in. At the top here, well, I had some slingshot elastic thrown in as well, just for good measure. At the top here we have clothing, packed away into this high-vis dry bag. Here we've got a skivvy roll, that's basically a t-shirt, some underwear and some socks, all rolled up nice and neatly. We've got a microfiber fleece, we've got some neoprene gloves, and we've got a buff, just to keep you nice and warm should your other kit get wet. That just about covers the main cavity of the bag. On to the next part. Okay, here's what we had in the back admin panel of the main cavity. Here we've got an admin pouch. In here we have a compass, bear with me, silver compass. We have a few pencils, a couple of pens, basic stuff. Inside, I won't open it right now, but inside we've got a USB with personal information on it, such as passport scan, ID scan, that kind of thing. We also have a Write in the Rhine notebook and a Chinograph, which is basically just a whiteboard material that you can write on with crayon. In the back we also have a couple of bin bags, one clear, two heavy duty black. We also have a waterproof local area map, and we have a collapsible water bottle that also fits with my waterproof filter you saw earlier. This I forgot to talk about in the main cavity, but basically it's a paintball smoke grenade. You can just see the wick there. This is all dry bagged up and it's nice and safe in the bag. The only way this is going to go off is if you light the wick. Reason behind this is it makes a fantastic signalling tool. Basically you get about a minute, if I'm correct. Yeah, you get about a minute of bright yellow smoke. It just makes a really thick cloud, and if you let that off, someone is going to see you. So it's definitely something to think about. They're available online. This is actually one I had left over from a paintball site, but they are available freely online in the UK. And that concludes the admin panel at the back. Okay, so here's what we've got in this big pouch here. We've got a Crusader metal mug. We've got a brew kit with various teas, coffees, hot chocolate, that kind of thing. Got a small rubber drinking cup that folds out, and a spare set of waterproof matches. This is the fuel I use for my stove that you see there. The way this works, basically this is an air rifle tin. Take the lid off, you burn the fire dragon in there. The lid allows you to snuff it out if you need to. Basically this tin just sits in this old hexi stove, and my mug fits on the top of there. I use Fire Dragon fuel. It's an excellent fuel, highly recommend it. It's completely eco-friendly. It burns very well, makes a really good fire lighter, but interestingly with this, it does double up as a hand sanitizer, which is why it's perfect for a bug out bag such as this, because it means you don't have to double up. On to the next bit. Okay, so the final bit of this bag, which you see here, sort of a padded pouch that goes in the very back. I use this for a few goodies, but mainly food. So in here we've got a Energizer head torch. These are very cheap, but so far I've been very pleased with it. Food wise, I'll get onto food in a second actually. We also have a heavy duty metal spoon, nice thick, you can't really bend it. So if needs be, you can use that for digging or improvise a tool, anything like that, but mainly it's for eating. We also have some electrical tape with a Ranger band wrapped around it. Obviously really useful stuff. So let's go on to food. We have effectively 4 meals, let's say. Got some high energy leek and potato soup, which is the army issue stuff. So it's really high energy, lasts a long time. You can eat it cold if you need to. You also have a similar Wayfarer chicken tikka and rice. I've had these before, they're actually quite good, both hot or cold. This does require cooking in theory, but it is wet, so you don't need to add any water really. Just some rice, high energy, high carb, is what you need. We also have a couple of oat pouches, good for snack, good for breakfast. Basically just add water. We've got some water purifying tablets. Got some energy tablets. We have some Cliff bars, some of which you saw earlier. Obviously really high energy, they boost your morale quite a lot. We have another energy gel, and we have a protein bar. In terms of food in a bag like this, you don't really need that much, probably just enough to sustain you 24 hours. But really, in terms of calorie count in this bag, you could probably pad it out to 48 hours if you needed to. And that more or less concludes my bug out bag. Love to hear your suggestions, and if you have any questions, don't be afraid to comment. I will do my best to answer. Thank you for watching.